Thank you so much, Jegede Oluwakayode. I know now, right? Thank you so much. So Israel Oladipupo is a dynamic marketing professional renowned for his innovative strategies and strategic leadership. Hailing from Nigeria, he channels his passion for consumer behavior and technology into impactful marketing campaigns. With a degree in marketing, he embarked on a journey marked by achievements, shaping the success of both local and international brands. Israel leads with a combination of strategic understanding and hands-on guidance. His role involves crafting and executing campaigns that resonate with Mundo's audience, driving growth and engagement. Beyond his corporate responsibilities, Israel is dedicated to mentoring young professionals and giving back to the society. So he's going to be taking us on the topic integrating marketing, sales, and brand management for long-term business goals. I'm also into marketing, so I'm really going to pay attention to this closely. And if your hands are not too busy, please put your hands together for Isreal Oladipupo.
As business owners, we understand the climate that we work in. I mean, I think Dangote was doing an interview recently, and then he said business owners should be given a pass into heaven, especially from Nigeria. Did you all see that video? And the honest truth is that he wasn't lying, because we operate in a system where there is very low access to funding for businesses. While the market is huge, people say we have 200 million people that are in Nigeria, we have 20 million people that are in Lagos, we have this number of people that are in this region. The market is huge, but the access to finance, access to capital, even disposable income is very low. And this is something that we all understand. We operate in very strict conditions. And these days, I see that quite a lot of businesses, young businesses, older businesses, are trying to evolve, are trying to learn new tricks, are trying to understand the market, and try to do new things or old things even in new ways. And the honest truth is that we have to be honest to each other. SMEs have declined. I think I saw this number and I was very surprised. I was surprised because I would assume that SMEs have increased in terms of operations. But when you realize that cost of running businesses continually increase day by day, I know a business owner who every day she buys 50K fuel. Every day she buys 50K fuel. So you can imagine what it takes to run your business for 5 days. And sometimes she opens on Saturdays, so that means she spends nothing less than over 300K for fuel. And so it means that because when you operate in that kind of business environment, you need to understand what you're doing. And that's one thing with Nigerian business owners. I think we work a lot with intuition. We just think that something is right and then we do it. And then that's like one of the key challenges that running a business in Nigeria you would face, because when you start running with a lot of intuition, the data is not there to help you, to guide you, to instruct you, and scaling becomes difficult. You find business owners, I talk to business owners like every other week, and I see them say, oh, I've been running this business for 5 years, but I'm still struggling. And then when you try to understand what they're doing, even their own understanding of the business that they're running, the understanding of the industry that they play in, you see that there's a bit of gap, and which is one of the key things why this conversation is looking to fix. Like I said here, I mean, only 4% of SMEs have access to loans, and that's the kind of market that we're in. That's the kind of industry that we're in Nigeria. Even though the market is huge, it's estimated at 236 million USD. So the market is huge. The opportunity is there. We all see opportunities every day. I mean, this is a session or a group of entrepreneurs. You guys already understand how to spot opportunities, how to find them. And so the conversation we're having here is to see, while we're already doing this opportunity, we've seen it, we're leveraging it, how do we tie it, how do we scale it, how do we grow it? And so it's important, that's why the first thing I put here is giving us a good insight into the uphill task that we're up against doing business in Nigeria. Low access to finance, cost of operations is high up there, and Then we look at consumer preferences in Nigeria. And that's the first thing. Now, for a business owner, you need to understand what are the consumer preferences that exist here. What do consumers want? Now, for every Nigerian, I put here that at the base of our art, even those of us that are in this room with this morning, the things that we are looking for are very different. Our values are very different. What we want, what we desire are very different. And these are some things that contribute into the kind of products that we choose. I remember very well, I'm married, and I told my wife she uses a Nigerian bank and she's been struggling. Every time she's having one issue or the other. And I told her, why don't you leave this bank and use another bank? And I told her, I use this other bank. I mean, everything I do is digital. It's not even a digital bank, but everything I do is digital. I don't even need to walk into any branch. If I have to resolve anything, I just call the customer care. Why don't you experience this? And then she insisted on staying with the bank that gave her troubles without coming to a new bank, without even experiencing a new bank at all. And I'm very sure that story, a lot of people in this room can experience it. You have banks that you are stuck with. It's like when they gave birth to you, they gave birth to the bank, and then they tied both of you together. And this is the Nigerian consumer. We need to understand that consumers in Nigeria, we value loyalty a lot. Once we get loyal to a brand, it's difficult to leave it. I remember the first time I experienced Dano milk. I'm like, I've never tasted this milk before. I've never used it before. And it was simply because I think there was a contract I got into at that time. I had to use the product. So, and then I experienced it. Ever since then, I've continually bought Dano milk. I think the only time I had to try anything else was maybe Loya milk or something, or Peak milk. So, the Nigerian consumer, at the base of the Nigerian consumer's heart, we value loyalty to products. We have values that we place values in. We have things that we place value in. You see, the average Nigerian consumer, they place value in what their friend recommends to them. And that's why it's important that in one of the slides I put there that the service that you offer to one consumer is very, very essential. Because the average Nigerian consumer here, before you came to this event, you perhaps asked your friend, what do you think about this? Are you going for this? If your friend says, I know the organizers, they are not credible, I doubt you would be here today. Is that correct? So it means that for the average Nigerian consumer, we value recommendations. There are things that we value. So as a business owner, you need to continually research it. What are my consumers? What do they value the most? What is of topmost value to them? The Nigerian consumer, I put it also, they value price over quality. You might have the best quality, but if your price is not favorable, you would sieve out a lot of people that would choose you. Because the reality is that disposable income is hard here. I mean, there was a report that was released recently, just this week. People debated the report. But you hear the kind of amount of salary that people earn on a month-on-month basis, and then you see the amount of money they spend on food, over 50% of their salary. So it means that if someone who lives in Lagos spends already 50% of their salary on food, they have just 45% or thereabouts to play with. So which means that you as a business owner, you're selling anything, whether you're as a service or you're a product entrepreneur, you have limited amount of funds to get as a share of pocket from the consumer. So you need to understand the preferences. You need to continually invest in understanding. Now, one thing I've seen Nigerian entrepreneurs ignore is that when you make a sale, people sell, maybe it's physically or via digital channels these days. You have an Instagram page, you're selling something there. You need to look at it. Those that have sold from you, try to understand them. Ask questions. Get feedback. You cannot say, I'm a Nigerian business owner. Nothing concerns me what the customer wants. Nothing concerns me what the customer is saying. Maybe I've sold. The sale does not end when somebody buys something from you. In fact, that is when the selling process just began. When someone has given you money, that's when the selling process just began. Because that person that has given you their money, they can come back more than once. There's a lifetime value for that customer. They can patronize you for the next 5 years. After they've experienced good service, they can reach out to their friends to also come buy from you. So the selling process does not just end when they've sold. They've done transfer. And that's very common with Nigerian business owners these days. You find that once you make a transfer, especially Instagram vendors are notorious for this. Once you transfer to them, they just stop answering your questions. When you come back, you've collected the product, you say, oh, I don't know how this product works. The person says, go and watch my YouTube video. And you're like, you are nice before you made this sale. What's going on? What they are lacking to understand, and that's why businesses like that struggle to scale, is that the selling process does not end when you have collected my money. The selling process just started at that point. So you need to continually invest. Look at the last 100 customers, or last 50 customers, or last 5 customers that have bought from you, or the last 5 customers that have bought from you, or one customer that has bought from you. Get feedback from them. This product, why did you buy from me? Let me know. Because understanding the preference of that consumer, the customer may have chosen you because of something they saw on your bio. I mean, people have different varying reasons to buy, of buying from a business. But if you don't understand those reasons, you don't understand those preferences, you just continually shoot arrows into the dark. And then you are praying that, oh, God should answer my prayer, God should grow my business, but you are not really putting in principles that scales the business. You're not really putting in principles that grows the business. So understanding what your preferences, the consumer's preferences are, would even help you when it comes to product development. Now, when it comes to product development, a lot of people they think it's about tech products that product development exists. Let me give you an example. You're selling a shoe, you're a shoe vendor. You're a shoe vendor, you make shoes. Now, that shoe can be your product. Within that shoe, you might decide that, oh, I want to make mules, I want to make covered shoes, I want to make Oxford, I want to make this, I want to make that. You can have different products. Now, if you discover that, oh, people are buying more mules from you than Oxford, you can then decide that, based on this, let us develop our mules. Let's make it more better. How do we improve on these mules? Is it the look? Is it the aesthetic? Is it even in the product photography that we're taking? So understanding the preferences of your customers should be at the top. I know that sales is at the top of any business objective, but understanding that why is A buying from me? Now, when I talk about this, the one key thing people ask me is, oh, I just started my business. I don't have any sale. So how do I understand the customer's preference? The beauty of it is that before this age, businesses pay big agencies to go and find out what do consumers want. Let me give you an example. A Nestle, for example, will commission a Kantar. Kantar is a research agency. So they come to your house. What's your name, Chief? Afiz. They come to Mr. Afiz's house. They check his dustbin. They check his dustbin, legit. They check his dustbin. They see what are the packs that he has thrown away. They check it every week. What are the things he has thrown away this week? What are the things he has thrown away next week? Over 3 months. They see, oh, he's buying Milo more than Bonvita. And then they decide that, oh, he's buying Milo in small sachets. He's buying Milo in large sachets. He's buying Milo in tins and not he's buying the refillable packs and not the tin packs. And then they know, oh, it means that this guy consumes a tin pack over 8 weeks. He consumes refillables over 12 weeks because of the things that he's throwing away. But in this age, the digital age has helped us, has enabled us, has empowered us that we can find out this information even without needing to commission an agency to go to Kantar's house or Mr. Afiz's house to pick up his waste, to find out what he's consuming. If you go online, there are multiple tools you can use to find out what people are interested in. Are we together? Now, so if you're a new business owner, you want to understand what people are really interested in. Now, there's a very popular tool that is even free. It's called Google Trends. Google Trends, trends.google.com. Very simple, intuitive, straightforward. However, this is the danger. Some people even know about Google Trends, but they don't even understand how to use it. I say this all the time. I meet because of my professional life and other things. I meet people who tell me, oh, I just got started my career and I want to know what tools can I start using. And I tell them, it's not about the tools. It's about really knowing what to do with the tool. You may have known Google Trends before, but you may not understand that you can use Google Trends to find out what Nigerians are interested in. The reality is that when Google released the report, I think few weeks ago, a lot of us figured that, oh, Nigerians watch a lot of porn. Nigerians are interested in pornography. I mean, is that strange news? Is it strange? Is this strange? Nigerians are interested in pornography. But meanwhile, because we are still Nigerians, we are so much interested in pornography. Yet, we want to start a session like this, we will pray. It doesn't stop us from going to watch our pornography when we get home. In fact, some people are so crazy that it doesn't stop them from going to watch pornography in the toilet, in the bathroom, and come back to this room. I mean, that's the Nigerian preference of doing things. So a Nigerian would ask you, oh, wait for me, I'm praying, let me finish praying, I'll attend to you. And after they finish praying, they collect bribe from you, or they even request it. So we need to understand that the Nigerian preference, the Nigerian context is very different. And with Google Trends, a tool like Google Trends, you can find out what are Nigerians interested in. You see people saying, oh, I spent 5K USD on building this product, on even ordering this product, I'm doing importation business, but then I don't have uptake. You've not even found out if Nigerians are looking for this product before going to invest your 5K or your 10K USD into it. So with a tool like Google Trends, you can find out what are people interested in, especially in Nigeria. Even you can find out in major cities like Lagos. What are people interested in Lagos? The interest of this item, how has it grown over the years? Now, with Google Trends, you can forecast it to say like if the interest of this product has grown, say 100% in the last 3 years, in the next 3 years, this can also go to about 250%. So that means as an entrepreneur, you know that the opportunity here is growing, or this is a market that will continually develop. So you can use that kind of tool to find out the preferences of consumers, and it's very, very essential, very, very important. Now, another tool you can also explore is social media. We all use social media. I mean, everybody in this room has a social media account. Am I correct? We all have a social media account. But with that social media account, you can find out what people are interested in. Say, a random business. What's your business, Mr. Aviz? What's your business? Food. Your food service or food business is a food business owner. You can find out, are people interested in these particular food items? What food items should I be stocking? What food items should I be putting out for people? How are people interacting with this food item? What do people think about this food item? Quite a lot on social media, you see people saying like fufu is trash. Is that correct? You see people saying like semo is trash. Now, I stopped eating semo because of social media. Because now I figured out that it has no nutritional value. So what's the point of eating it? No nutritional value. It's just something you're just eating. It's just semo, exactly. It sounds like the way it tastes. So the reality is that you can use social media to find out what people are interested in, to find out what the trend is concerning your product, concerning your service, concerning your category. And that's why these days, what people are searching for is very essential. People pay top dollar to find out what we are all searching for. What are people searching for? Because what you are searching for, nobody is there to see you. You are the only one that is knowing that, oh, you open your browser and you put xvideos.com. Nobody is there. You open your browser and you put sportybet.com. Nobody is there. So what people are searching for is very, very essential to how you run your business, how you drive your business. I say that with Nigeria, we have a very big country. 36 states, 1 FCT, we have 6 geopolitical zones, over 207 ethnic groups. In this room alone, I'm sure there was Yoruba here. Am I correct? There are Yoruba people here. There are Igbo people here. Am I correct? There are maybe no Hausa people here. What I'm trying to establish here is that Nigeria, as much as we claim we are one country, we have a large group of people with different individual tailored needs, tailored interests. What is a taboo in, let me share a popular story. I'm not going to mention the brand. So there's one particular seasoning brand that was very popular one time. So the seasoning brand found out that people were using the seasoning product a lot in the north. It was popular in the north. So the idea thinking is, people are buying my product from the north. And that's also something. Where people are buying your product from is also very critical to know. Oh, am I getting a lot of orders from Abuja? Am I getting a lot of orders from Lagos? Am I getting from Ondo State? Am I getting a lot of orders outside Lagos? Now, this brand discovered that people were buying their product a lot in the north, called North. And It intrigued the brand manager to say, let's find out why people are even buying our product. And then they discovered that people are buying their product for their cows, not for human consumption. But this is a seasoning product that is for eating. But people are buying it for another purpose, for cows. So in that case, you are the one developing the product. You didn't do it for cows to be using it. You did it for human beings to be using it. But meanwhile, the consumers are saying that this thing is working for cows. Let's carry it and be using it for cows. And then you're getting a lot of product. You're getting a lot of uptake in the north. Oh, we are sold out. What's going on? What are these people more than we envisaged they are? Like, how are they using this thing so much? The use is the frequency of uses is absurd. And they figured out that they are using it for a different purpose entirely. So, and it boils down to understanding the preferences of your consumers would help you uncover that kind of insight. I mean, whether they use it for their cow or they use it for their dog or they use it for their chicken, your product is getting sales. You are getting sales. So eventually you're happy. But understanding that would help you know that, oh, perhaps is this product good, okay for cow animals to consume? If that's okay, can we do some communications around this use? Because use cases is very, very important. Then, so we need to understand how the regional differences, the cultural differences play a part in how consumers use products. Now, unfortunately, I didn't forget, but I didn't just put it. Are there Muslims here? Is there any Muslim Yoruba person here? Muslim Yoruba person? A Muslim Yoruba. There's something called age. It's a small kettle used for prayers, right? Is that correct? Now, for ablution, God bless you, before you pray, Muslims use it to wash their hand, wash their feet before they pray. Now that item, if you go to some other places, that item is not used for that purpose. If you see it as a Muslim Yoruba person or a Muslim Northerner, you think, oh, this place is a place for prayer. You can go to somebody's house and then you see it in their dining table where they're using it to serve food. And then it distorts your head like, what's going on here? Like, I thought this thing, we're using it to pray. So the point is that cultural differences play a part in how people even understand what you're communicating, how people understand what you're talking about your product, what you're saying about your product, and how people even buy your product. The way a Yoruba person thinks about a product is different from the way an Igbo person thinks about a product. That's a fact. And that's the richness and diversity of our country is one thing we entrepreneurs need to continually understand. Now, let me shock you. There is a very popular brand, popular beer company in Nigeria. The same company produces a different beer for Southwest, a different beer for the Southeast. Do you know the company? What company is that? Exactly. Now, they produce trophy, international breweries. They produce trophy for the Southeast. They produce, what's that? Euro, exactly, for the East. Now, when you see Euro, Igbo people see Euro and then they see Pride of Biafra. You see the logo, there's the sun on it, and then the Biafra insignia, the Igbo insignia rather. And then you are proud, like, oh, I'm drinking my native, it's from the same depot, my friend. The Yoruba person says, oh, I'm drinking trophy, I'm honorable. But the reality is that this company has understood the cultural differences that exist in Nigeria, and everybody wants to drink beer. No matter how expensive beer gets in Nigeria, the average Nigerian can afford it. The average Nigerian will buy it. Whether it's 1,500 naira per bottle, the average Nigerian will buy it. Because, I mean, the country is hard. You want to entertain yourself. You want to escape from your realities. And beer is like one of the... And that's why sachet alcohol is very popular. No matter how you fight it, people want to buy alcohol. They want to get high. And they want to get high on a cheap basis. Sachet alcohol, paraga sellers, the informal ones where they put it, the Jadi, the Iba, Afato, etc. Those guys will continually sell because of the Nigerian nuance, the Nigerian ecosystem. Spending behaviors also, we need to understand it. Now, we need to put it into factor. In Nigeria, there are some things that people buy when it is Christmas. When I was very young, leading to Christmas, my mother would come and meet me. She would put a broom under my feet. She would put my feet on a carton, draw it out. She's measuring my feet ahead of Christmas, yeah? She wants to make me Christmas outfit. They measure me. They take me to a tailor shop. They take my measurements. They give me Christmas outfit now. Christmas clothes is something that people buy a lot in Nigeria. Oh, now, I mean, some people grow up and they now even turn it into adulthood. Their girlfriend will say, oh, where's my Christmas clothes? I'm like, this thing was childhood vibes now. Why are we taking it into adulthood? Say, oh, my birthday is today. Are you not giving birthday money? I'm doing child naming today. Are you not giving child naming money? Like, these are things that are nuances here. Spending behaviors are critical. You need to understand. Is your product being purchased? Is it used when there's a popular festival? When there is heat, for example, when the weather is hot, that's when anybody is buying handkerchief for use because they want to clean their sweat. So you are selling handkerchief when it's rainy season. Everybody will just be looking at you. You're in traffic, you're carrying it. Boss, handkerchief. People are just looking at you like, I don't need it. I'm not sweating. So spending behavior, spending patterns are things that we need to look out for. When do Nigerians spend? In January, Nigerians have a popular mantra that, oh, January is always what? January is always what? So when people say January is always dry, what they mean is that they don't spend money in January. So for business owners, you need to understand this spending pattern, this spending behavior. Fridays, everybody knows TGIF has become a Nigerian thing. Oh, TGIF, thank God it's Friday. What are we doing this Friday? Let's go and chill. So it means that if you're a beer seller or a entertainment seller or a relaxation seller, whatever seller you are, whatever product you are in that space, entertainment, relaxation, and etc. Fridays are hot days for you because that's the spending pattern is that after working Monday to Friday, I should go and relax on Saturday, on Friday night. On Saturday, I should go and do this. So spending patterns, spending behaviors are things we need to watch out for as business owners. You need to look at it. In fact, you need to pay attention to the point where you're already running business. Is it a particular time that people buy this item from me? Is it end of the month? Because when it's end of the month, you know, oh, people start earning their salaries from, say, 24th. From that time, people earn their salaries and they start paying from you. I thought I had 1 hour. Let's go to the next slide. So let's go to the next slide. So I put a very short description of this lady. A beautiful lady. I don't know who she is. A disclaimer. So I don't know if she's AI or if she's real, but I mean she's beautiful. And I named her. I mean, you guys would agree she's beautiful, right? So I named her Abimbola. For your consumers, you need to do a profiling like this for them. What's their age? The age group of consumers that are buying from you. Where do they live? Where are they from? What's their religion? What their values are? What brands they are loyal to? Are they tech savvy? Do they know how to use the internet? Someone who is buying from you on Instagram. I don't know if you've done business very well. You guys have business gurus here. You would see a lot of Nigerians don't read. If you put price on your product, they will still DM you for the price. And you're like, the price is on the video. Are you not seeing the price? So you would see that, oh, are they tech savvy? Those kind of people are not tech savvy. They just see, oh, I like this product. They just message you. And you realize that Nigerians are conversational buyers. Before people buy from you, they want to have conversations with you. It's a culture. You go to the market, even physically you go to the market, you're engaging demand. How much is this meat? The person says it's 10,000 and you're like, this meat, is it not supposed to be like 2,000? And you're there like, we are paid 3,000. We are conversational buyers. And that's why e-commerce struggles a lot in Nigeria because people want to have conversations. They want to engage with you. So don't be angry when people are asking you so many questions. I know there are so many people that ask you relevant questions and then they piss you off. So you need to find out their favorite artist. What kind of artists are they interested in? Are they a Wizkid fan or a Davido fan or a Burna Boy fan or whatever fan? What do they spend their money on? You need to have this kind of insight on your consumers. Continually understand who your consumers are. Understand what they are interested in. What's their weekend like? Do they spend it indoors? Are they introverted? Are they Netflix and chill? Or they are outgoing kind of persons? Now, then I say that whether you are a product owner or a product business or a service business, there's one key goal, which is what? To drive sales. The purpose of any business is to drive sales. Now, I mean, the convener of the event have said that, oh, you should follow our passion, and it's very good. It's very good to be passionate. It's very good to build a business around your passion. But the principal goal of that business is to drive sales. Do you guys agree with me? So whatever thing, whether it's a service business or a product business, your goal is driving sales. And sales, like I said, does not end when someone has given you their money. That's when the sales cycle actually starts. So the sales cycle does not stop when someone has given you money. So recognizing that your key objective is sales. So everything you do should be tied around that objective. Everything you do should be tied around that objective. How do you get consumers into becoming aware of your business? You need to think around, how do I get people aware? Now, at a stage, some people they don't know about your business at all. A lot of SMEs suffer from awareness problem. And that's why, innocently, you see a lot of people just running ads. Some people run ads, just be running ads randomly, and because they are suffering from awareness problem. So, but it may not exactly solve your problem if you don't understand what problem you are facing. Are you facing a problem of retention, where people buy from you, but they don't come back next time when they need it? Now, I made an example of the refill and the chocolate drink earlier, where these businesses understand that when you buy this product, you use it for 3 months. After that 3 months, you should buy another one. So they're expecting that you buy another one. So you need to understand what's the size of the product. Are you suffering from an awareness problem where people don't know about your business, or are you suffering from a retention problem? People know about your business, they reach out to you, but they don't eventually buy from you. So understanding what kind of problem you are facing as a business owner would help you know how to solve it. Majority of business owners are facing operational problems. You produce products, the product has a defect. When it gets to the consumers, the product is not well, consumers are complaining about your product. Operational problems. Whether it's 10 customers, whether it's 100 customers, whether it's 1,000, 10,000, a lot of operational problems. So if you don't solve those operational problems, you continually struggle. You can't scale the business because you're not giving value to customers. And when people ask me, what is marketing? I say it's very simple. The process of exchanging value, creating value and exchanging it with customers and giving value back to the customers and getting value in return. That's marketing. How do we produce value, create it, drive it to customers, give it to customers, and get value back? And so because you need to understand what kind of exact problem you are facing as your business, whether it's a service, whether it's a product, if you don't understand it, you will continually suffer. You will continually be challenged. You will continually just run around looking for solutions, continually pray 7 days on the mountain, 21 days on the mountain, without realizing that what you're facing is a lack of eyeballs problem. People are not seeing your business. If people don't see your business, they can't buy from you. They are seeing your business, but they don't connect to that business. Next slide, please. They don't connect to that business. They are seeing that business, they connect to that business, but you are not exactly giving them, communicating what they want to them. Now, I put just three key things here that I'm going to speak to, and which is that social media is not posting. I mean, people believe that to use social media is just to be posting. It's not about posting. Are you posting something sensible that people need? Are you posting something valuable that people need? We all have social media. I tell business owners all the time, you yourself as a social media user, are you following companies? Are you engaging with companies? Are you interacting with companies? Are you buying from the companies that you follow? So social media is not just posting. You need to leverage it. You need to look at it, oh, my brand is a touch point with a customer. Now, a shop, a store, a physical shop is a touch point where customers walk in, look at the product and pick one. Or they walk in, look at the product and leave. That's how social media is. Social media is like Tejo Show Market or Alaba Market. Anybody can walk up there. So do you stand out when people are looking around? You need to consider those kind of things. It's not about posting. You need to consider what are people searching for. What are people searching for on social media? Find it. If you find it, key into it. Tap into it. Leverage it to drive attention to your business because it's an attention-driven word. Now, I mentioned also influencer marketing success. Now, that the fact that someone is popular doesn't make them an influencer. So, because I've seen that quite a lot of people, recently, I think one very popular activist, very dark man, which I'm sure a lot of people here know, he was dragging one influencer, Ashmoshi, and then she said, oh, and in my head, I'm like, because this lady is popular doesn't make her an influencer. So we need to understand that before you say, oh, let me use an influencer, I encourage people to work with influencers. Remember, it's an attention-driven economy, and you want to drive attention to your business. Because they are popular doesn't make them an influencer. So find people that are popular and also have influence. And then I talk about creating viral content. I say the virality planned is not assured. The fact that you have planned for virality, next slide please, doesn't mean that you will go viral. And so don't struggle to go viral. Build it into your content, build it into your planning, but don't expect that every content you post, every content you plan for virality will go viral. 3 key things are what you need to go viral on social media. 1, social currency. Understand that social currency is critical. People want to belong. People want to do the things that make them look good. People want to do things that give them high social currency. So if your content is not giving them high social currency, your content is not making them look good to their friends, your content is not making them look superior to their friends. Nigeria is a very elitist community. So people want to dunk on their friends. I better pass my neighbor. It's a culture. So if your content is not helping people feel like they're better than their neighbors, if your content is not giving people that, oh, if you are not buying from this person, you are not yet buying this product. Build it into your product, social currency. How does my content give people high social currency among their friends? When people share my content to their friends, do they feel like, this guy, he knows something? Think about emotions. What emotional connection are you building into your product with your customers? Does your content leverage emotional relationship? Does it connect you to them? When people see your content, I mean, there's a very popular content right now. It's like literally the most popular content on social media. There's a popular giveaway merchant. Somebody called him Oshodi, Mr. Beast. He's called Ashakain. Do you guys know Ashakain? Now, he gave someone, it's a story we all know, yeah? But the reason why that guy's content will continually go viral is simple. Emotional connection. Guess what? Those content are sponsored by brands, by businesses. But the emotional connection in those content that, oh, this guy went to change one lady's life or one man's life that is a bus conductor. You resonate with the story because one day you go better. It's a Nigerian saying, one day you go better. So because one day you go better, you resonate with that. It connects with you emotionally that, oh, me too, let me be driving bus. One day, Ashkan will come and bless me. So it connects with that. Emotional connection, build it into your content. And then I say storytelling. You need to continually tell stories. Entrepreneurs, do not be ashamed of telling stories. Do not be ashamed of telling your stories. Story of how you started your business. Story of how even customers insult you. It's a story. How customers engage with you is a story. How customers tell you, make it 100 requests, but they don't buy. It's a story. Because a lot of people can relate to it. They will share it by themselves. Say, oh, 100 customers making a query, no sale. Answer them for 7 days without replying, without buying. It's a story. So you need to continually tell stories about your business. For a fact, of a truth, we all here can testify. We don't care about any business. We are on social media to get entertained, to get informed, to get educated, to get engaged. You don't care if business ABC and so is there. And so you need to tell stories about your business to connect with customers. With these 3 ingredients, you can always build a story that has high potential to go viral. With these 3 things, social currency, emotions, and storytelling. Next slide. I've mentioned these things before, but when you infuse these things, you can always engage your customers continually to scale your business. And then the final thing I want to speak on is the brand building. Now, there's a difference between a business and a hustle. Are we together? There's a clear difference between a business and a hustle. When you are doing a hustle, there's no structure to it. There is no brand to it. You're just putting 1 or 2. There's something we call jama jama in Lagos. Like you're just jama in. Like present continuous. You're just jama in. You're just getting it together. But when you're building a business, you need to build a brand behind your business. You need to have a brand message. What is the message of this brand? What am I telling people? What am I telling people about the brand? What's your brand, Chief? What's the name of your brand? City JK. City Chicken. What am I telling people about City Chicken? What is City Chicken known for? When people see City Chicken, what do they think about City Chicken? Today, if I put a yellow background on this, you perhaps would think I work in MTN, or you think I want to talk about MTN. Is that correct? No. That's identity. That's brand messaging. You say, oh, everywhere you go. When you hear everywhere you go, the first thing that goes to your mind is MTN. Simply because everywhere you go, you find network.
That's the brand message. So you need to think about it now. Don't say until I become MTN before I think about a brand message. Because even at this level, it connects with somebody. Your brand message connects with consumers. It's your brand promise to people that, oh, when you see City Chicken, you will always say this. When you hear City Chicken, know that we are known for this. What's your brand message? I put it here, community engagement. I see a lot of TikTok businesses, Instagram businesses, Facebook businesses, Twitter businesses. They don't they don't look to build a community. Your customers are a community. Look to build, engage them. Engage them with activities. You are not just, oh, remember that I said marketing is about exchange of value. So it's not just, oh, let me collect your money. How are you engaging them? If you don't engage customers, if you don't engage consumers, if you don't engage your community, you are not going to get continual sales from them. Now, online reputation management, guard your reputation online as a business. Guard it jealously. If you have it's totally okay, I say this all the time, it's totally okay to have a bad purchase, make a bad sale, customer have a bad experience. It's normal, it's okay. But what is not okay is how do you manage it when that happens? That's what's not okay. When the customer has a bad experience, logistics went wrong, the delivery man ate their food, different things can happen in Nigeria. I mean, the delivery man, and the birthday cake was with delivery man until like 6 p.m. in the night. Different things can happen. I experienced something recently where my sister was graduating, so I wanted to buy a cake and some other items. And I ordered cake from this vendor, and I told her when I opened this cake, I saw flies inside it, like some flies inside it. Now, I called her like, oh, this is what I saw before I opened it. I made a video. This is what I saw before I opened it. And I sent it to her on WhatsApp. And then she called me immediately. She said, oh, the driver is coming to pick it up right now, and we're going to do a replacement for you. Now, this was around 12 p.m., and we're going there by 2. So for me, in my head, in 2 hours, you're just going to spoil the experience for me. I said, is this cake? And I asked her, I said, based on what I've sent to you, can this cake be consumed like this? She said, yes, it can be consumed, but that should not be. I said, but she's sending the driver right now to come and pick it. I said, okay, no problems, don't worry. Let's use the cake like that. Now, because of that experience, every time I want to buy cake, every time someone reaches out to me to say, oh, I want to buy cake, I would always reach out to her because of that experience. So if something bad has happened, don't just block customers. That's a thing that's common these days. Don't block customers over. I have thousands of them, I can always block them off. Manage that reputation. Build an online reputation of, oh, if anything goes wrong with your product, this person will be there. Tell stories about your brand. Now, your brand is not just your name, your colors, your logo, your how the insignia looks, how your page looks. Tell stories about it. It's about the experience. When people come in contact with your brand, what do they take away with them? What's the experience your business gives to them? A lot of online business owners these days, I can tell you for a fact that from what my experience, our problem is simply because we lack very good experience when engaging with customers. When customers reach out to you, Instagram, DM, Facebook, WhatsApp, the way we close them can be better. You need to review it. What kind of experience are you giving to them? Customers are frustrating. Even we ourselves, we are frustrating. The country is frustrating. The country is frustrating. This morning I was driving and I'm like, why is there fuel scarcity again? The country is frustrating. So it means that people will pour their frustration on you. Some people don't want to buy, they just want to come and disturb you. But that experience that you give to them, the day they want to make a purchase, the day someone they know wants to make a purchase, they would always refer your business. So storytelling is critical. Tell stories about your brand. Don't be scared about, oh, I don't want people to know my business. We live in an age where storytelling drives anything. So tell stories about your business. The one critical story I keep hearing is there's no story. I don't know what to tell about my business, but there is a story to tell about any business whatsoever. Multiple story angles. What you do, how you even make your product is a story. How you make your product is a story. How you deliver your product to consumers is a story. What kind of experience people have with you is a story. So tell stories about your business is very essential. Tell stories about your business. What I said. Good customer experience will give you retention, will give you referral. So you need to look at your business. What service holes are there? What service gaps are there? How am I serving customers right now? How am I serving consumers right now? Because that's one thing that will drive your retention up, will drive your referral up as a business owner.
as an SME, as an MSME, as a starting business, what is the experience, service experience? What service gap exists in my business right now? Now, I know that because we are building businesses, we have some dependencies. We have third-party partners that we work with, logistics, etc. It can even form part of the experience. You reach out to them and say, oh, I want to be using this guy, you guys, as a partner, but I need you guys to offer this kind of level of experience. Is it possible? Because at the end of the day, it boils down to you. You buy things online and then you don't even get the product. The vendor does not even reach. The vendor is the one not even reaching out to you to say, oh, have you received the product? Someone has shared an experience where she was impressed because the vendor reached out to her, have she received the product? Simply because of that. She knows that she's using maybe DHL or GIG or something, but she knows that she's using a third-party partner. But still, the vendor reached out to her, oh, have you received your product? Did you like it? Simple. And then she was impressed. So experience, the service that you offer, will drive up your retention, will drive up your referral. So please, I want to encourage us today. Analyze your business, audit your business. What are the service gaps that exist? What are the service holes that exist? How do I plug it? How do I increase my retention using good service? Increase my referral using good service? And the final slide I put here is metrics and measurement. Continually, as a business owner, you need to have, there's something, people say things like vanity metrics. Vanity metrics are things that don't matter. But the reality is that everything that does not get measured get lost. So you need to measure, how much am I spending to get one customer? You can say, oh, in the next 1 year, I want to reduce that money. How much, my post, how many people are they reaching? My content across social media, what's the level of engagement on it? The money I'm spending on advertising, the money I'm spending on even building the business, am I getting returns on this investment? Now, I want to encourage us today. Let's no longer run our business as a hustle. Let's run it as a proper business, a structured business, where we can measure what the level of effort that we're putting into the business. Measure the quality of experience that even customers get when they interact with us. Thank you very much for listening.
So I run a skill-based business, branding services and web design and also businesses, mostly in the local community, Nigeria and international, maybe mostly Africa, then the European market. So one of the issues I face is upscaling to boundaries outside of Africa, that apart from the payment structure and rest of it, So with scenarios whereby I have big competitors like Rage Medias and other big competitors that play well on the international level. So I want to know, how possible is it that as a single person skill service-based business, how possible is it to beat these challenges or upscale into the international sector?
Okay, I'm in the gig economy. I'm trying to solve a security problem among other problems. So now you are targeting two different sets of people as customers. Now you are targeting the people with the skills, and you are targeting the people that are in need of the skills now. So now how do we play when it comes to like, okay, understanding the people we are bringing to serve this particular customer? I don't know if my question is very clear.
The aspect that I want to ask question about is using the research tools. You mentioned Google Trend, for instance. Most of the challenge that I think I have is identifying the target market. When you go to Google, when I go to Google, to search, I couldn't really properly target and identify the people that should be buying my product, in the Nigerian economy. Something like, for instance, insurance solutions and all that. So I want you to throw more light on how we can use the Google tools and all other tools, for research purpose.
Business, that is one, around rural areas. So, and scaling outside Nigeria. So there's a model that, when you were speaking, there's a model that came to my mind or came to my head, which is the model which agencies use when it comes to international scale. Now, a lot of times you want to be the one to go to Uganda or go to Rwanda or go to offer your service in Kenya. But actually, you can find local partners there that you collaborate with, and you already have the resource, you already have the skill, you already have the resources to execute. Find local partners in these countries, collaborate with them, and your business is already in that country. It's as simple as that. So you need to find local partners in those countries that you can collaborate with. So that's a model that businesses use. You find a businesses, they're operating in 30 countries, but in reality, they have an office in London, but they have local partners in maybe 15 of these countries where they are operating in. Those companies can also be operating their own business, but they are a local partner. If you have a business, a client to service in that business, they service that business for you, but then the business comes to you as a business. So find local partners that are already also growing in these countries, and you can scale your business into it very easily. This model works, is one thing businesses use to scale from one country to multiple countries in few weeks, few months. They find local partners, they collaborate with them. They perhaps, in some cases, they can be their merchant on record, or it might not even be their merchant on record, but they service their customers in those countries. So you can use that model to scale it. And then the second question around service-based businesses, which is around, it's a two-way business, supply and demand based customers. How do you find those customers and target them? Now, one key thing here is that you look at a business like Gigi. Why do people go to Gigi? Now, that business is a very dicey business. It's a business that you need a lot of resilience to stay in, because with the gig economy in Nigeria, the gig economy is our culture. The gig economy is hush. It's not marketplace is not necessarily a thing for us. We don't say, oh, let me give you a job publicly. It's low key. So because that's like a cultural thing for us, gig economy businesses need a lot of resilience to continually educate people how to use it, continually educate people why they need it. Now, Gigi is leveraging, security. You can find it, availability. If I want to buy any product right now, I go to Gigi, I search it, because I know it's available. So availability, you need to find why people will want you to use the gig economy to find your service. So once you find why would people want to use this, to find it. So when you find that reason, build it into your product experience. Availability, if it's available, it means that when people search for that keyword on Google, for example, they will find my website. So you need to build availability into your product, because that's one key reason why they will use a gig economy to find anything they're looking for. And then supply side. Supply side is conversations. You need to have business development conversations with the supply side, which is, if you come on this platform, we'll give you some perks, we'll give you some advantages that we can offer you just by being available on our platform. Those conversations need to have. Suppliers will not come, supply and demand side now. The supply side will not come without you going to toast them, going to literally tell them what is in it for them. Because at the end of the day, while you might look to you, it's selfish that, it's an even extra way for them to earn money. To them, they don't care. So you need to toast them, reach out to them, give them what is an advantage of why they should be there. At the end of the day, that contributes to their bottom line, which is their business sale. So when you give that kind of proposition to them, you will definitely get suppliers. And when you have suppliers, you also need to also for demand, which is customers. And then the customer part is simple. Why should they be using it? Why should they not use other alternatives? That's also one key thing. Now, the final part is financial services using research tools, Google Trends, identifying target customers for insurance. Now, if you go to trends or google.com right now, and you type the keyword insurance, now, you would find some certain things that are associated with insurance that people are searching for. And you put Nigeria. If you use a PC, if you put Nigeria, you would see the level of interest in insurance, the keyword insurance, in different regions, in different states in the country. Now, you find the keyword that people are searching for. Then you now find, using not your normal Google search alone, those keywords, if you put that keyword on Google search, you find it, you see what websites the people that are searching for insurance, what website they are going to, most likely. So how to buy insurance online. If you say how to buy insurance online, what website are they buying insurance from? For example, if people are searching for how to buy insurance online or where to buy insurance online, you find the keywords that are associated with that insurance topic. And then you can tell, there are more people interested in insurance in Lagos than in Abuja or in Kano or in Maiduguri or in Sokoto. You'll be shocked. You'll be shocked with the data. Now, with just your Google search, you can find what keywords people are searching for. Now that way, you can now say, somebody who is searching for how to buy insurance online, it means that perhaps they already know about insurance, right?
it means they just want to buy it. So at that stage, because they're already aware about the product they want to buy, it is easy to find, oh, this person already can use the technology too. They already know about insurance as a product, as a service, and they are interested. There's interest in insurance. Now, if people are searching for what does insurance mean, then it can tell you that those people don't know about insurance. You need to educate them about it. Now, in terms of ages, etc. Now, the interesting thing is with a tool like, with even advertising platforms, you can find the volume of interest in terms of age. You can find Facebook ads, for example. If you put in there that, oh, people that are interested in insurance between ages 18 to 20, you find you can show you an estimate quantity of how many people are interested in that topic. If you increase it a bit, 20 to 25 or 20 to 22, you see, is it increasing? It means that, okay, perhaps older people are interested more in insurance than younger people. So you can use these tools. They are native tools. You don't need to pay anything to take a deep dive into who are my target audience, who are my target consumers, what are they interested in, what's their age difference. So you might be targeting, I mean, someone who wants to buy insurance, they would perhaps be advanced in age. Maybe an 18-year-old will not be thinking about insurance. Perhaps a below 20-year-old may not be thinking about insurance, especially buying it online. Even anyway, maybe it's vehicle, comprehensive, health, they may not be thinking about it in that way. You get into a certain age and you start thinking of, oh, I need to buy insurance, I need to buy life insurance, I need to buy car insurance, home insurance, etc. So you can use these tools to just take a deep dive, double click into your consumers and really understand who your target audience is. Thank you.